My name is Dan McCook. I'm station manager at WFCF Flagler College Radio. That's 88.5 on the FM dial. If you look at FCC regulations pertaining specifically to content, the first thing is that, well, it would come under the transmission of false or deceptive information. And that gets into a very strange area. All right, for example, I know of a case many years ago of a bait and switch. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but just for example's sake, we have a restaurant, and the restaurant is going to offer a lobster dinner for $5. Oh, what a great price. Let's go have a lobster dinner for $5. When in fact, the restaurant only has enough lobster dinners to serve 5 or 6, and then they're out. But they've baited you in with the lobster dinner and they switch to their normal menu. That is deceptive, okay? That also gets under state regulations, state laws as well. As far as broadcast has to be very careful of that kind of thing. Well, in our situation, being a non-commercial station, and this does not come under FTC regulations. The very first thing, though, our regulations as far as the FCC, and this is not pertaining to advertising because we do not air advertising. We air what is called underwriting for programming. And the FCC regulations pertaining to underwriting announcements are no calls to action, come on down and see us, no pricing information. For only $19.95, you can buy this worthless thing you don't need. And then no qualitative wording, which is sort of vague, but we interpret that as we're number one, we're the best, we're the better than the other guy. In the commercial world, that only comes up when there's a conflict. It's not something that is an immediate conflict. That's very rare. And I saw this as an interesting opportunity, explaining the difference to students between an underwriting announcement on a non-commercial station versus a commercial on a commercial radio station. Let's make two announcements and we can let you hear the difference. So the first we'll hear is an underwriting announcement for the Moonstone Music Festival following all FCC regulations pertaining to calls to action, pertaining to pricing information and qualitative wording. In 3, 2, 1.
Moonstone Productions is proud to sponsor educational programming on Flagler College Radio, presenting the Moonstone Music Festival at the Central Florida Fairgrounds in Orlando, featuring Kiss, Def Leppard, The Flaming Lips, over 100 musical acts on 6 stages, art, a variety of cuisine, and much more. The Moonstone Music Festival, Saturday, April 30th and Sunday, May 1st in Orlando. Learn more detailed information at moonstonemusicfestival.com. That's moonstonemusicfestival.com.
Now, for the fun of it, we made a radio commercial.
Get ready for the concert event of the decade. Moonstone Productions and 88.5 WFCF. Wanna rock you till you drop at the Moonstone Music Festival at Central Florida's Fairgrounds in Orlando. Saturday, April 30th and Sunday, May 1st. Over 100 bands performing on 6 stations. Stone Fox, Kansas, Steel Panther, Evanescence, All Them Witches, Shotgun Betty, Surfer Bluff, and more. See outrageous stand-up comedy featuring the hilarious Jim Norton and headliners, The Flaming Lips. If you could.
Well, that would depend upon what platform, what media delivery platform, to use the jargon of the industry. The FCC is now in on the internet. I don't know. Are they going to start saying, no, you can't advertise this thing? As far as radio goes, radio being such an older platform, I think everything's been done, but you never know, okay, and television as well. Television, as mentioned before, is bending the rules a lot. I think we were talking about drug use and people openly smoking marijuana now, or talking about cocaine or whatever in a positive light. They used to. Commercial radio has changed a lot since I was in it. I was in it before the Communications Act of 1996. What does that mean? Prior to 1996, you basically had one person owned a radio station, or maybe an AM and an FM. I forget the exact regs. Now you have corporations that can own many radio stations, many television stations, a number of newspapers. So it's a more corporate environment. Say something bad about the FCC on camera. Are you crazy, child? I love the FCC. They're the most wonderful people, my best friends.